So we just got the reveal of the 21st anniversary for World of Warcraft, or more specifically, the Korean servers did, but more than likely this will be the exact same thing whenever this comes to the NA and European servers. Now, if you don't know how anniversary events in World of Warcraft works, essentially you will only be getting a new big update to the anniversary events every 5 years usually. So back in Dragonflight with the 20th anniversary, we got the massive new update where we had tons of stuff to do and tons of stuff to go earn. This 21st anniversary will be largely the same as the 20th anniversary, just with a few additional things to earn. And more than likely, we won't get another big refresh to our anniversary events until the 25th, but there's still a ton of stuff to go earn, including what seems to be everything from the 20th anniversary, including some additional new rewards. And on top of that, we will also be getting the big increase to experience like we get with anniversary events usually. So it seems they're just keeping the anniversary bonus experience to 20%. So about 20% to an increase of experience and reputation, which is going to be really nice. It also mentions that you are able to stack up your bonus experience up to 75%. So you get the 20% bonus to experience and reputation from the event itself. You can get up to another 25% bonus to your experience if you have 5 characters up to level 80, each one of those characters giving you a bonus of 5% increased experience. Then if you turn on war mode, you can get another 10% experience and gold. That's specifically if you're in the open world. And then you can also get the Drought of 10 lands, which gives you another 10% up to level 49. And you can get those potions if you have a certain currency from BFA, but that's only up to 49, so that's not the biggest of deals. And you should be able to have all of these stacked up for the entirety of the anniversary event, but we don't actually know when the 21st anniversary will be for NA and EU servers, because for Korea it starts on November 16th and goes until December 7th, but that has already started in Korea and we haven't even gotten the announcement for it in NA or EU yet. Now back in the 20th anniversary, it was a really long event, so it started on October 22nd, but it ran until January 8th, and we are actually getting patch 11.2.7 launching on December 2nd, and on November 19th we're also getting the Argus patch for Legion Remix. So my best guess would be that we are getting it alongside the November 19th update for Legion Remix to give us Argus and all the stuff that comes with that, and that would be my best guess. Maybe they push it back and we get it on December 2nd, or maybe they do it at some in-between point, so we're not getting the 21st anniversary with either of these other updates, but the 21st anniversary should be releasing sometime soon. But that brings us to the rewards. So let's go over the small amount of new things with the 21st anniversary. We have a new armor set called the Loyal Watchman set, which seems to be a recolor of a shop set from Dragonflight. I don't think a lot of people like the look of this set. It's a much more of like a leveling set look, and not even the War Within leveling sets, which are really good. This is more pre the War Within leveling sets, but it is a recolor of that, and it's for a very small amount of Time War badges. So you'll be able to go pick that up pretty easily. If you like the look of these more low fantasy style sets, you'll be able to get that set very easily. And then there is a new title you'll be able to get for some more Time War badges, which is the Kaz Algar Enthusiast. With the 20th anniversary, there was a ton of new titles added, so you'll just be able to go buy this as well. And that's pretty much all of the new things with the 21st anniversary. Like I mentioned, you're not really getting updates for the anniversary events until you get to like a new milestone, so the 20th or the 25th, but that doesn't mean there's not rewards to go earn if you didn't earn everything from the 20th anniversary, because pretty much everything from the 20th anniversary will be there. You have the updated tier 2 sets, you have all the old vanilla PvP items that you could go get for Time War badges and I think Marks of Honor. Then you have all of the other miscellaneous rewards like the pets, the mounts. I think you can still get the cosmetics themed after the real world Blizzard items that Blizzard employees get when they've been at the company for a certain amount of time. So it seems that pretty much everything you could obtain from the 20th anniversary you can get in the 21st anniversary, and it seems they're obtained in basically the same ways. It does also seem that the Blackrock Depths raid has returned, so they kind of remade the Blackrock Depths raid for the 20th anniversary. You could go in there on every difficulty up to heroic and you could get items of that item level. You would also get a new currency specific for this where we're defeating the bosses within the Blackrock Depths raid raid would give you a currency for that raid difficulty. And then once you got enough, you could go buy items from that raid difficulty and just pick which items from the raid you wanted. But unless you were just getting items for item level increases, a lot of the other items weren't super strong. The Blackrock Depths raid, when it came in the 20th anniversary, was also way overtuned. So you may be able to go get some decent items very quickly from doing this as well. I'm also presuming that all of the world bosses that were added with the 20th anniversary will also be here. So in Tenaris, they added a bunch of world bosses from different expansions. And then you also have all of the vanilla world bosses you can go do. And those world bosses would be able to give the mounts that they normally drop. They would give you different items from those world bosses just at a much higher item level for this specific expansion. Some of those actually being pretty decent. And if I'm not mistaken, you can go kill all of those on a daily basis to get that loot. The loot wasn't as good as the higher difficulties of the Blackrock Depths raid, but if you leveled up a new character, they were usually pretty good to go do all those world bosses and try to get some items from those as well for just some early max level gear. But that's pretty much everything we know about the 21st anniversary. That seems to be everything that's going to be in it. So some additional experience, you can go back and get all of the 20th anniversary rewards and some different options to gear up characters that may not be really well geared for this season. So just another update for World of Warcraft. It seems we're getting a lot of updates pretty quickly as we went over. We have new content coming for Legion Remix pretty soon. Then early on in December, we have the next patch that brings early access for housing. So we're getting a ton of stuff with that. Then on the 10th of December, we're also getting the final phase of Legion Remix that brings a bunch of additional rewards, a bunch of catch-up stuff, and seems to have some additional things within it that has been teased, but we don't know what it's actually going to be. So there's a ton of stuff for World of Warcraft coming up that doesn't even include like the beta of Midnight and then going into the launch of Midnight seemingly early on in 2026. But that's all I want to go over. So thanks for watching.